bit.
Whose turn is it to clean up?
Yours.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go check the stone bruise on that chestnut.
We'll keep an eye on that hammerhead. He's mean.
This time in the morning, we're all mean. Easy. Not gonna hurt you. Yeah.
Yeah, let me see that.
Think you got me?
You say that again. I told you to be careful. We're gonna have to get you to a doctor. There's one in Angelus. It's not too far out of the way. Come on.
Town?
Yeah, run by the Angelus Mining Company.
Company store with armed guards keeping the customers away. What's going on?
I don't know. It's none of our concern. That's Doc's office over there.
Company orders, Mr. Regan. I'm sorry.
Well, so am I, Harvey.
Hey, Steve! Steve Regan, what's the matter? You can't remember old friend?
Oh, just surprised. Good to see you, Joe.
How you doing?
Fine, fine. What are you doing in town?
Just passing through.
You got time? Come on out and see Stephanie.
I wish I could, but I can't. I got a whole string of horses I gotta get to the ranch. Next time for sure. Hey, Candy. Come here, I want you to meet a friend of mine, Steve Regan.
Howdy.
Worked for us before he married the best-looking girl in Angelus.
Well, I can't say I blame you.
What happened to your hand?
Oh, nothing much. Horse stepped on it.
Horse stepped on it?
Hey, we'll be over in the saloon having a beer. How's that sound?
Great.
Come on.
Wait out here. Powder shed, Emmett. Somebody broke into it last night. Near as I can tell, 10, 15 cases of dynamite are gone.
What happened to the guard?
Slugged and tied up.
15 cases of dynamite. Better take some men and search the mine. I'll check on what's missing.
Even 5 cases of dynamite planted in one of those side tunnels will bring down all the lower levels. You want that mine searched? You get somebody else.
No, wait. Maybe we won't have to do it. Put a couple of extra men on guard at the entrance. We'll decide what to do when we know exactly how much is missing.
It's hard to believe. It's been a year since I was the best man at your wedding. I don't know how many times I've ridden by Angelus, and I meant to stop.
I know how it is, Joe. Get busy. Stephanie's missed you, too.
Yeah, how's she doing?
Fine.
Have another beer.
No. I never sponge more than one drink off a friend. It's a habit.
You're broke, huh?
Like the rest of the miners here in Angelus. The mine's closed down, and the company store just shut off all credit.
Well, what's the problem? Man asking for higher wages or what?
No, the mine ain't safe, especially the lower levels. No, we just walked out. Don't you worry about that. We'll make out all right, Joe.
Well, look, why don't you come back and work for us on the Ponderosa? I never figured you for much of a miner anyway.
Me neither, but you get caught up in things. I'm committed here now.
How do you mean, committed?
I'm the one that talked the miners into walking out. And they're depending on me. Well, thanks for the beer, Joe. Maybe next time, my treat.
Wait a minute. There must be something I can do to help, Steve.
Now, like I said, we'll make out all right.
Hey, how's the hand?
Well, old buddy, looks like you're gonna have to do all the work going back to the ranch.
Not that bad, huh? Hey, Steve, how about giving us some help? If we could use it, be a day's wages.
There's a miners' meeting here tonight. I'd have to be back for that.
You'd be back in plenty of time. What do you say?
All right.
Good enough. Let's go.
Hey, Steve.
We've got to talk to you.
Oh, later, Uncle Pat. I'm giving Joe here a hand with his horses. Uncle Pat, you remember Joe Crate, right?
Mr. Wojcik? Cave, how you doing?
I'll see you in a minute, Joe.
Right. Good to see you again.
Joe Cartwright. What about the meeting tonight?
I'll be there.
Well, you'd better be. You know we got decisions to make.
Just a minute. I'll ride this one. You take my horse. It'll be rough string we picked up.
I can still ride anything you can, Joe.
Okay, suit yourself. Hey, the next time you're gonna listen to me when I tell you what horse to get on you, all right? Hey, Steve? Steve? He's dead.
Joe Cartwright! Oh, Uncle Thad. Come in. Won't Steve be surprised to see you? I told him you'd come. I told him. I just baked a cake. You can stay, can't you? I mean, I'll just make a little coffee.
Stephanie, please.
Joe, what's wrong?
Stephanie, Steve's dead.
No, I don't believe that. How, Joe? When?
It was an accident just a few minutes ago. He was thrown from a horse.
Steve would still be alive if you hadn't talked him into going with you.
Go where?
Steve was going to help us drive some horses to the ranch. He was only going to work a couple hours.
If he hadn't come here, talk Steve into getting on that horse?
10 cases of dynamite, a box of caps, 50, maybe 100 feet of fuse. More than enough to blow the mine closed. We better find it. I don't care if we have to rip out every board in every miner's house. We're gonna find that dynamite. Let's go.
Yeah. Make your search, but don't look too hard. Think about it. It could work out just fine for us.
Joe. Well, I'm not much help here. I'm gonna wait for you outside in the street.
I want to go see Steve.
Are you sure you're up to it?
I'll be all right.
Search the house.
This is a private house. You can't break in here like this.
Joseph Cartwright. These men are under my orders, Mr. Cartwright. Nothing here concerns you. I suggest you go back to the Ponderosa where you belong.
And I suggest you get out of here.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Regan, but we have to search your house.
For what?
10 cases of dynamite stolen from the company warehouse.
There's no dynamite here.
Your husband, Mrs. Regan, he knows.
My husband is dead.
Now get your men out of this house.
Go on, Garrett. I'm sorry to hear about this, Mrs. Regan. Your husband and I had our differences, but we don't often get to see Cartwrights in Angelus. Say hello to your father for me when you get back. I would advise you to leave soon.
How bad is he?
It's a bad bump, but he'll be all right. I want to go see Steve. Now, will you take him home, Joe?
I'll take care of him. Come on, Mr. Wolchek.
All right, folks, move along. Don't block the streets. Move along now. Turn those horses loose.
Those are my horses, mister. Leave them alone. Leave them alone.
I said turn them loose.
You turn those horses loose, it's gonna take 2 days to round them up. You figure to do that?
Put that gun away.
Sure, as soon as he gets away from that horse.
Beat it, Lois. I want this street cleared. I got enough trouble handling these miners. I don't want strangers getting in my way, getting hurt. I'll give you 20 minutes to get out of Angelus.
Is there anything else I can do?
Stephanie, you must take care of her now. I have mouths of my own to feed.
I'll do what I can. Mr. Wojcik, what's going on here? What are the men afraid of? Is it the dynamite that Hudson said was stolen? Is that it?
I don't know anything about dynamite.
Have it your own way.
The mine. That is what we are afraid of. It is not safe. Bad timber. Shoring no good. Steve knew. He tried to talk to Mr. Hudson. Someday soon, the tunnels will go. I've been a miner all my life. My father in Poland. That is all I know. It is hard work. It is a good job. Maybe someday it'll be better for our sons.
Hey, Thad, Hey, what's Cartwright doing here?
He wants to help.
Why don't you just go on back to your big ranch and leave us alone?
Cape.
All right, Thad, just hold it.
Thanks for helping me, Mr. Cartwright. Thanks. Anna, leave us. To search your house.
Yeah. But they didn't find any dynamite. They can tear down every house in Angelus, but they won't find it.
Give it back to them, Cape.
No, Thad, no. They got the guns, but we got the dynamite. And they're not getting us back into that mine to die like rats. We'll blow it up first.
Ready to go?
No, we can't leave yet.
We've been ordered out of town.
What do you mean, ordered? By whom?
Deputy Sheriff.
That figures. I got the same message myself.
Brady's gonna have some trouble with the miners, he said, once it's out of the way.
Yeah, well, that's too bad. I can't leave now.
Steve wasn't a miner. He never even planned to stay in Angelus. He just got caught up in things. Got involved. I'm pregnant, Joe. Steve talked about you so much. I hoped you'd come by. So did I. I hoped you'd come by and see us. God help me, Joe. I hate you for coming to Angelus now.
Joseph, I'll say it again. What happened to Steve was an accident. It could have happened to anybody. You're not responsible.
Pa, there's a woman back in Angelus who thinks I am. And in a way, she's right. If I hadn't stopped in Angelus, Steve would be alive right now. The fact is, I did stop, and a friend is dead. His wife's a widow, and...
And expecting a child.
Yes. Now, accident or not, the least I can do is be around when she needs help.
Joe, I just feel that I'd like you not to go back to Angelus until the trouble there is settled.
Pa, I have to go back. Stephanie's gonna need help. Well, the other miners can't help her. They haven't been working because the mine isn't safe.
And there's another thing that troubles me.
What's that?
Well, there's a stockholder in that mine. I get reports. I got one here dated about 3 months ago. Signed by an inspector of the Federal Bureau of Mines. Here. And you'll see that the Angelus mine is rated well above federal safety standards.
Oh, I don't understand it. Yeah, but the miners aren't my problem. Stephanie is.
Well, Joe, I would just rather that you didn't go back there. Isn't there something I could do? What does she need? How can I help her?
Pa, I have to help her.
Yeah. All right. But you be real careful.
Yes, sir.
Where are you going?
Angelus.
You have a responsibility, too?
Well, no, not exactly. I can't do any work around here for a while, and it seems like a nice day for a ride.
Where do you think you're going?
Angelus.
Well, do me a favor. Go back to the ranch.
I can't. I just quit. Incidentally, I think you're a fool for going back to Angelus.
Well, then how come you're going?
I'm just as responsible for Steve's death as you are. If that clumsy-footed horse hadn't stepped on my hand, we wouldn't have gone to Angelus in the first place.
Candy, I'd say that was a pretty lame excuse.
It's about as good as yours.
All right, let's go.
I didn't count on this kind of trouble, Emmett.
What kind of trouble did you count on, Mr. Polk?
Oh, you know very well what I mean. Those miners out there, this sort of thing could lead to an investigation.
You take care of your inspection reports. I'll worry about the miners.
I don't know, Emmett.
It's a little late to grow a conscience, Mr. Polk. However...
You know I need the money.
You always do. What does Mary need this time?
You leave my wife out of this, Emmett.
Mr. Hudson. What is it? Oh, that's all right.
There's some miners gathering in front of the store.
Did you put a guard in the door?
2 of them. Those miners are getting pretty desperate, Emmett.
Not desperate. Hungry. They'll start eating again as soon as they go back to work. If they try to break into the store, stop them.
I told you I didn't like it. Shoot one of those miners and you'll have a dozen United States Marshals in Angelus.
And I told you, stick to your inspection reports. I'll take care of the rest.
should be home in bed.
I feel worse in bed.
Come in. Let me get you some cake.
No cake.
Then I'll get you some coffee.
Anna told me about the baby. Who will take care of you? How will you live?
I'll manage.
There is no work for women here. And I cannot help.
You mustn't worry about me.
I was thinking about you and Joe Cartwright. He's a rich man, Stephanie. And he feels responsible for what happened to Steve. If you wanted, you could... It was a bad thing to say. I'm sorry.
Please go.
You go do what you gotta do. I'm gonna be in the bar.
I'll stay out of trouble.
Peaceful as a lamb. Ooh.
Come in. I didn't expect to see you back in Angelus again.
Dad told me that you were leaving.
I am tomorrow. Why did you come back?
I thought maybe I could help. Stephanie, we were friends.
I told you what happened to Steve wasn't your fault. Now, what more do you want?
I want you to believe it.
All right, I believe it. Now, if you're so anxious to help, why don't you help the miners? They need it more than I do.
I thought I told you to stay out of town.
I decided to come back.
Put that gun away.
You want to try a man with two good hands, you go right ahead.
No need. I made my point.
Give me the gun.
You got anything new broken?
No, I don't think so. Anyway, I know where to find the doctor if I need him.
You make it over to the hotel by yourself?
Oh, yeah, I'm all right. Where you going?
To a meeting. I'm going over there and get some rest.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, well, you're old men. Old men. That's what you are. You're tired old men. Willing to sell the rest of us out. What happened to you, Thad? You were with Steve when we walked out? You told us we'd win.
How many mouths do you have to feed, Cape? Steve is dead. We can't hold out anymore. What else can we do?
You know. You know what we can do.
Blow up the mine. What good will that do?
Who asked you in here?
I did. He wants to help.
Yeah, sure he does. Ben Cartwright's little boy come all the way back to Angelus to help. What's the matter, Cartwright? You miss a meal tonight? Your old man turned you out of your nice soft bed?
Cape.
Oh, what's he doing here? He don't care nothing about us. His old man owns half the territory. Father owns a piece of this mine, too, don't he? Yeah, maybe Ben Cartwright sent you. It's your father's money you're interested in, ain't it?
Cape, that's enough. You said you could help. How?
All right, first of all, you sure the mine isn't safe?
I'm sure.
Well, I read a report from the Federal Bureau of Mines saying otherwise.
Well, why don't you go down in one of them tunnels and find out?
That's exactly what I intend to do.
Sure, he'll go. Then we'll get ourselves another fake report. Well, you go ahead, Cartwright. I just hope you're down there when all at D level comes down.
Cape, the dynamite. Where is it?
In the mine. Ready to blow it apart.
It may seem that way to you, Mr. Cartwright, but I'd say you've been talking to the wrong people.
Yeah, we've been talking to the miners.
That's exactly what I mean. They filled you with a lot of lies. Mr. Polk here is a qualified inspector from the Bureau of Mines. He completed the report your friend is reading just this morning.
Safest mine in the world, according to this.
So in that case, you can't object if we have a look around.
The mine is closed, Mr. Cartwright, because of the strike. I can't take you down there.
You either show it to me today or show it to my father tomorrow. That's up to you.
Well, since you put it that way, since your father is a stockholder, Mr. Garrett?
What do we need the sheriff for?
These are troubled times in Angelus, Mr. Cartwright. We wouldn't want you to get hurt. Let's go. That needn't concern us, Mr. Cartwright. If you were a miner, you'd know things are always shifting and moving about underground. It's something to do with the earth tides. Now, that timbering you're looking at, that's some of the oldest in the whole mine.
Water up here, watch your step.
Wet and dark. All the rest of it's just the same. One of your miner friends, Mr. Cartwright, is about to set off that dynamite, bring the whole mountain down and kill us all.
Yeah, because he knew what I just found out. That every timber in his mine is rotten.
We owe this one a vote of thanks. He just solved all our problems. Stay right where you are.
What do we do now?
We blow up the mine.
Yeah, well, that's in it, huh?
That's right. It's your own fault, you know. If you'd just read the report and let it go at that, you wouldn't be here now.
So first you grab all you can, then you blow up the mine, destroy the evidence.
And they'll blame it all on the miners. They've been threatening to blow up this place for weeks.
And what do you tell them when they find us?
They're not going to find you. Unless they want to move 1 million tons of rock. That's why we hauled you a half-mile further into the tunnel. Did you find some rope?
That's a fuse.
That's behind you. Let's go.
It'll be nice to have a Cartwright staying in Angelus. Plenty of fuse. Must be sitting Safe in my office when the blast goes off.
All right, light it.
All right, let's go.
Candy.
Here. Foggy, but here.
Gabe?
Oh, he's still out.
They're gonna blow up the mine.
Well, let's get out of here.
You got any matches?
Matches? Why?
They tied us up with fuse.
Yeah. I think there's some on my vest.
Mark, is it in this vest right here? You see it? You get it? Got it. Stretch your hands on the side.
It's too high. Too high this way. This way a little.
You're back with us, huh?
This way. That's it. Hold it right there.
Is it going? Get quick. You get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Get his hands. Come on, hurry. We got a half a mile to go. Thanks. Come on. I don't think I can make it.
Mr. Cartwright. Well, it's always a pleasure to have one of our stockholders.
Where's my son, Joseph?
I don't know exactly. I believe he went into the mine to make an inspection.
Did he? Well, then we'll make an inspection, too. Now.
Yes, of course. Garrett? We've been having a lot of trouble with the miners here lately, Mr. Cartwright. Almost anything can happen here these days.
What's going there?
I tried to stop him.
Get a lot of men!
Stop him! They're the ones that set off the blast!
He's hurt. It's not so serious that he can't stand fire. It goes for you, too. Good luck.
Dad said you wanted to see me.
Your father's a good man, Joe, extending credit to the miners until they can work the mine again.
And they'll be back to work real soon.
But that's not why I wanted to see you. I want you to forgive me. I was so frightened and all alone. I just had to blame someone.
I understand.
I'll be staying with Steve's folks in St. Louis, so maybe you'd come visit me sometime. Maybe you'd even be a godfather to Steve's baby. I know Steve would have liked that.
So would I.